feeling the pressure. Please.
It's week 6 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Alexander Madison. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
And they'll begin by running the option. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's second down. You look at this Bears defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. The Vikings at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they run with Madison. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. Now Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like it marched to the end zone. He's had a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Here's a give to Madison running right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 21 yards. Minnesota.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. We'll find Osborne here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 41-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Rodgers again now. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and all the plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a give to Madison. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the 1st half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He sets to fire deep, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game, could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Rodgers going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Another carry now for Madison. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll run it with Madison. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And they're going to speed things up here.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
His throw incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Here's a 2nd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.